Hello, my little nightmares. It is me, Queen Nightmare, and welcome back. And I am redoing this. I already recorded this whole book, and it wasn't recording. I am so pissed at myself. Not anyone else. It's my own fault. Okay, it's recording. Thank freaking goodness. Okay, I'm going to explain what this is. This story is a creepypasta story. Yes, I'm sorry about that. I should have done a dreary. Not gonna happen right now. I'm still doing the werewolf one, which just went tits and asses like somewhere else. And this one's called Unseen Madness, and it's a Jeff the Killer fanfiction. And it's about a girl who's 16 years old, Alex, a dropout of high school, who's living with her mom, but it seems like she's living alone. Then one night, something happens, and she meets Jeff. Okay. I also had a lot to do with my Christmas. I apologize with that. I had to make my Christmas presents, and I also got a Nintendo Switch. So if you guys want to, be friends on Nintendo with my profile, I'll be friends with you. Just have to ask me what it is. Okay. I got an hour to do this. Cool. Okay. Unseen Madness, Jeff the Killer creepypasta fanfiction. Note, Jeff is more human-like in this story. This won't be that long, probably 5 chapters at the most. Ideas would be great. It's going to be at least 30 minutes. Chapter 1, Introduction. Introducing myself would probably be nice. Hi, my name's Alex. I'm 16. I fell in love with a killer. I first met him at a theater. His gaze felt like it never left, like it was always there. My friend Taylor didn't know what to do, so I was stuck with a stranger. I locked in an awkward stare. I next saw him at a party, at someone else's party I didn't know. That's when I first ever talked to Jeff. The love that would drive me insane. We stood next to each other in an awkward silence. I was too shy to say anything. I'm pretty sure he didn't want to talk to me, so I walked away. Hey, wait, Jeff said. He sounded like he hadn't drank in days. I turned around and walked back towards him. Have some of my pop. Might clear your throat, I said as I offered him my drink. He walked away from me, and I didn't know why. No one ever did like you, Alex, I muttered to myself as my back slumped on the wall behind me. Surprised, Jeff came back with his own drink. He took a sip of it, then said, Sorry, dry throat. Much better. His voice sounded nice, something nice. I laughed a bit and smiled. You're pretty pale, but I like your hair. Your eyes are really nice, too. I blushed and looked at the ground. Thanks. I heard him smile in his voice. Wait, shouldn't I be giving you compliments? He said as I looked up at him. I just heard my mom blow her nose across the house. It just caught me off guard. I was about to say something. Okay. His eyes were so dark, like they never ended. I shook my head and following with, yeah, no one really ever compliments me, I said quietly. Your eyes are nice, your nose is adorable, and your personality is stunning. You don't know her. You don't even go here. Sorry. Mean Girls reference. Okay, anyways. Now what? He said as he took another drink from his solo cup. Cash song. I looked at him. I took his features and his his skin was pale, but not like snow. His hair was dark black, and almost covered his eye. Those 2 brown eyes, they have more than the eye can see. She makes puns, so keep an eye out for those. Get it? Okay, anyways. His lips were, they were a shade of pink, but were darker than others. Thankfully, it was noticeably natural. He wore a white hoodie and black dress pants with black Converse. I keep on fucking getting that name wrong. I don't wear Converse, so I don't know. Why do you always stare at me? I asked. He was silent. I don't know, he said eventually. Bullshit, I snapped. He glared at me and dragged my wrist to the bathroom. He locked the door and pinned me up against the wall. Stay away from me. You don't know what I can do to you. I'm a terrible person, and you don't want... Friggin' hey. Daz Black, stop! Daz Black watches Vegan Teacher. Don't care. Not right now. I'll see it later. Locked the door and pinned me up against the wall. Stay away from me. You don't know what I can do to you. I'm a terrible person, and you don't want to know why. Falling in love isn't my thing. You need to stay away from me because I can't stay away from you. I can't get you off my mind, and that really bothers me. You're an addiction to me, and if I stay around you too long, someone's gonna get hurt. I'm insane. I'm absolutely mad. If you don't listen to me, there will be consequences. What's so bad about you that I can't know? Everything, he snapped. I was still pinned up against the wall, and he just stared at me. Stop staring at me, I said. Do I make you uncomfortable? Do I make you uneasy? He asked. I hesitated before answering. No, I lied, breaking eye contact. He pinned my wrist up against the wall even harder. Stay away, he hissed. Tried to wriggle out of his grip, but he wouldn't let me. He finally let go of my wrists. I immediately went to grab the door handle, but Jeff pulled me back again. But this time, he grabbed me by the waist and pressed his lips onto mine. Now, it was obvious that he didn't want me to leave because he once again pushed me against the wall. He broke the kiss and stared down at the ground. I can't stop thinking about you, he said, barely in a whisper. But I have to go, he said as he walked out the door. Why do you have to be so complicated? I said as I went to find Taylor. That was the last time I saw him until a week or so later. I was walking my abnormally huge dog. His name was Moose, because we thought he looked like a moose. But I called him Smile because the thing always looked like it was smiling. He sure is a happy dog. Anyways, like I was saying, I was walking my dog Smile in the forest for about an hour. We were in the middle of nowhere, and needless to say, we were lost. I kept on hearing rustles in the bushes, but shrugged them off. But then I heard a fall and then some cursing. Okay, something's in the forest, I said, grabbing Smile's leash tighter. I have a really big dog, you know, and I'm not afraid to use it, she said. Well, I said, trying to sound intimidating. Then Jeff stood up with a little blood on his hoodie. Jeff? Alex? Why are you in the forest? I told you to stay away from me. I don't know why. I didn't know you would be in the fucking forest, shouted. You gotta get out of here. There's other people here that can hurt you. I'm lost, I mumbled. Okay, where do you live? 1, 2, 3, I'm not telling you, Lane. Do you want to get out of here? Kind of, but I can't get out of here myself. Plus, my dog deserves the walk, I said, patting Smile. Yeah, that's Really big dog, he said nervously. My dog's a bit different, I said. Jeff raised his eyebrow as to go on. Good things come to those who wait, I said. Great things come to those who don't, he said. Smart ass. Then why can't I know what's so bad about you? Why do I have to avoid you? I said, crossing my arms. He glared at me in silence before he answered. That's not fair. It's pretty damn fair to me. What's so bad about this forest anyways? Unhuman creatures, he began, slowly walking towards me. Terrible things. Creatures that keep you up all night, and when you sleep, give you horrible memories, and you wake up screaming for bloody life. They make you go insane. They will kill everyone you love and break everything that you have ever loved. He was only inches away from my face when he said this. You don't want that, do you? I stayed silent. Now do you want to get out of here? I nodded my head. What's that? I asked, looking at his wrist. Nothing, he said quietly. Then what's that? I asked again, lightly brushing the burn mark on his hand. Nothing, he answered. Then what's the... Stop asking me these questions, damn it, he shouted, making Smile flinch. Sorry, he said, fiddling with his fingers. Don't be, but seriously, are you okay? No, he said barely under a whisper. Smile licked his hand, making him smile. Your dog may be the size of a bear, but he's pretty nice, Jeff said, rubbing behind his ears. What's his name? His name's Moose, but I call him Smile because he always seems happy, like he's smiling. Isn't that right, puppy? Oh, shubu shubu, you're so cute. Aren't you cutest? You're so pretty, I said, going into dog worshiper mode, as my aunt says. I see. Did you hear that? He said, getting nervous. No, I said, trying to sound not nervous myself. What's that? I asked, hiding behind Jeff and pointing out black ooze-like substance leading a trail. You gotta get out of here, he said. No, I'm lost and I'm not leaving without you, I shouted. Smile started to growl at something ahead of us. Alex, you have to get out of here. No means no, Jeff, and I'm not leaving without you. Why do you care about me so much? Jeff said, raising his voice. Because I think I'm in love with you, I whispered. Nope, that's not allowed. You're coming with me, he said, throwing me over his shoulder and taking Smile's leash. What? Hey, where are you taking me? I said, kicking my legs. Girl, you need to calm down. I'm saving yours and your dog's kidneys. But I just said... Oh, trust me, I heard, but you can't love me. I'm terrible. I'm a wretched creature with a black heart. I was never loved, and I want to keep it that way. Never talk to me again. Goodbye, Alex, he said as he ran out of the forest. I was left heartbroken and lonely. What's so important about him? Why is he so terrible? My questions were answered the week later. Comments, and this is from the author. Comment ideas. It would be so awesome. Hold on. Oh, I'm cracking my neck. Okay. Chapter 2. Jeff's POV. Alex, if you don't get out of here now, I'm forcing you out, without me or not. Now leave, I said, sternly praying I could get through to her. No, I'm not without you, she replied. I could see the fear in her eyes and hear it in her voice. You left me with no choice, he said, as I took Smile's leash from her and tossed her over my shoulder. She was as light as a feather. She tried kicking and screaming, but it was hopeless. After about 10 minutes, she finally gave up. She just lay there as limp as a rag doll. I was pissed off because her kicking and screaming attracted more creatures. No matter how hard I tried, they don't die. Why am I tired? I just woke up. Don't die. They're creepypastas. They're basically immortal. They keep on taunting me, telling me that sooner or later I'll become one too. I shudder at the thought. It felt nice having Alex in my arms. Finally knowing that she was safe, even for a little bit. Smile was very cooperative, which was surprising to me. Normally, any animal hates me. They even avoid my presence as much as possible. Could Smile be a creepypasta? No way. I shook my head and thought about it a bit more. How could he even be one? He's just a dog. Dogs aren't killers. My dad would say that they're animals and he hates them. Animals in like savages way. I was almost at the exit of the forest when I approached more black ooze. No way, I whispered to myself. Smile started to growl, and I knew he was there. I walked to the exit as fast as I could. I didn't want Alex to suspect anything, because I definitely knew that she wouldn't budge. But maybe it would have been better choice for something else to kill her. Cool. Okay, Alex, go home. Bye, I said as I walked back into the forest. But, she pleaded, I didn't have time for her. It's time to finish this thing off for good. It's too bad. That girl couldn't stay. Her kidneys would have been so tasty. I saw what they call eyeless Jack emerge from behind a tree as he flashed me hand symbols. Naruto! Friggin' hey. Sneaky bastard. His nickname is pretty straightforward. His name is Jack. He has no eyes. He wears a blue mask, black hoodie, along with black pants. I immediately lunged forward at him, taking out my knife and swiftly making a gash through his mask. I heard him yell in pain as he fought back, punching me in the cheekbone. I held my cheek as tight as I tried my best to tackle him down successfully. I jumped on top of him, stabbing him in both eye sockets, twisting the knife through each one. I then sliced his stomach, creating a flowing gush. With him gaining weaker, I stabbed his chest, hopefully finishing him off for now. I got out of there as fast as I could, not wanting to face any more creatures right now. If Alex saw me do that, she would know my secret too soon. That was until not long after she found out. You can't kill me, Jeff, remember? I'm your worst enemy, he growled at me, wrapping one of his slick tentacles around my waist. I'm not my worst, but close to being it. Many want to kill you, Slendy, but I want to be the one to avenge your death, I choked out, somehow wriggling my arm out of his suffocating grip. I sliced his tentacle off quite a bit of length. You're going to regret that, he bellowed, and he tried to grab me again, but once again, I cut off his tentacle. You can get your pathetic tentacles amputated, I grimaced, pouncing onto him. I sliced his neck, spluttering blood all over my sweater. I'll have to wash that, I thought to myself as I got off of him. He started to glitch, and with that he disappeared into the woods, weak and wounded. I smiled at my work and walked out of the menacing forest into the daring night. Is that blood? A lady said. She had blonde hair and was in the group of friends. Hipsters, I thought. Kelly, we need to call the police. Why is there a knife in his hand? There's blood on it. Call the police. Call the police and I'll slice you all open before you can blink, I growled. They stood there with their eyes wide open. Oh, you're a killer. Run! The so-called Kelly shrieked as she tried to run away. Too slow. I tripped her by quickly swiping at her ankles. She tumbled down and I immediately stabbed her in her throat. Kelly! One of the girls screamed. I ran towards them and grabbed them by their hair. I dragged them into the forest and covered their mouths. Say one word and I'll kill you right now. Now listen to me, or I'll kill you. You're going to help me throw the dumb bitch in the water, into the river. She isn't a bitch, she's my best friend. I said no speaking, I yelled, and I stabbed her in the stomach. Author's note. Hi guys, sorry the poopy chapter. I know, it's really short, but I had lots of homework to do, and I still haven't finished it yet. Ugh. Today was kind of poopy, but I hope yours was better. No ideas? No ideas. Inbox me if you have any. I'd really appreciate it. I'm gonna kill this person who made this ad. Oh my goodness. Hallelujah. Please get rid of this. Yes. Go away. Yes. Yes. Okay, we're still going. That's my normal. Chapter 3. Alex's POV. 3 girls were found brutally murdered at 10 p.m. last night. Kelly Brooks, Anne Haythorne, and Becca Davis. All the ages of 13 were found brutally stabbed near Birchwood Trails. Police were still looking for the convicted murderer, so stay in your homes and out of the trails. The news reporter said. Smile nudged my hand with his collar in his mouth. Mom, I'm taking Moose for a walk. I have my cell phone on me. I said, running out of the door before she could say anything. You know, it was Jeff. You just don't want to admit it, Smile said in my mind. I ignored him and snuck into the woods from the back. Alex, you're supposed to not be there, the husky told me, and I ignored him. Then he added, you're here for Jeff, aren't you? You know he's in there. I know he's in there. Please be quiet, Moose, I scolded, and I tapped him on his nose and gripped his leash tighter. I didn't even have to speak. Smile read my mind, literally. I heard that too, he growled. He snarled at the noise and began to creep closer. Come on, we don't know what's in there, I said, trying to pull back his leash, and he ignored me and began to growl. I'll be back, Smile said, as he ran off so fast that I lost grip on his leash. Normally I would panic, but I know my dog. He always comes back. I heard a faint whimper, and then I really started to panic. Okay, whatever you do, please don't hurt the dog, please, I heard a faint voice say within the forest. You thought you could kill me off last time? Didn't you? I heard a mysterious voice growl. I know I didn't kill you off my list, you weird tentacle thing. Hey, he protested. I slowly and quietly made my way into the forest, catching a view of the scene. I hid behind the tree and took a peek. I'm going to kill you, This time you'll see. A very tall, slender figure in a black suit with a blank white face. Seriously, it was actually just a blank white face. And creepy tentacles from his back area said, coming closer to Jeff, "You have got to be kidding me." I didn't say anything, but I watched. Smile began to snarl and growl, and the tall figure hit him with one of his slick tentacles. "Hey!" I shouted, coming out from behind the tree. "Alex, what the fuck? Man, get out of here!" Smile shouted in my mind. "No, Smile, come on," I said strictly. He slowly limped his way over and licked my hand. Okay, I have no idea what the fuck's going on here, but I'm gonna slowly back away and leave, but not without you, Jeff. No can do. The figure growled. He swiftly wrapped a tentacle around my waist, cutting off my source of oxygen. Smile let out an ear-splitting roar bark, and I shut my eyes, awaiting for what happens next. "What the fuck?" I heard Jeff say. I opened my eyes to see Smile in his true form, piercing blue eyes the size of a freaking tank and black, matted, blood-stained fur. He had a human grin plastered on his face. I smiled smugly. Smile snarled and let out a low growl. Attacked the slender man. He bit off the tentacle that was constricting me, tossing it away like it was a piece of cake. Jeff ran over to me, pulling me up and grabbing my shoulders. "You never listen, do you?" he asked. I pulled him into a tight hug. "We gotta get out of here," I said, grabbing his arm. "But what about Mr. Demon Machine over there?" he asked. I looked over Jeff's shoulder to see my trusty dog ripping off the figure's tentacles. "He'll turn up, don't worry," I said, running out of the forest. "Okay, what the fuck is up with your dog?" Jeff asked, sitting next to me. He's, no way, hell no," he shouted, jumping up. "He just saved your life, Jeff. He won't hurt you. He only does that when I'm in danger or something else really bad happens." "I don't care. I have a reputation with creepypastas, and they all want to kill me." "What? Wait, what? There's more? Shit. Yeah, there's lots more." "Oh, gosh. How many want to kill you?" "Lots. But that's a story to it. There's a story to it. Okay, there's two sides, the cool side and the dark side. The cool side wants to kill me." "Then why are they cool?" "Because the dark creepypastas are scary and they're cooler. Like, have you seen The Gang? Are you, No, I'm not. But they keep on telling me I'm gonna become one." "How?" "I'll snap and become batshit crazy." "Oh. Yeah." "Did you kill those girls last night?" I stated, more than a question, but silence. "Jeff, do you think I'm a murderer? A killer?" he said, raising his voice. "Answer the question," I said sternly. He jumped up, walked away, and heard faint paw steps, and looked up to my left to see Smile sitting there with a tentacle in his mouth. That's nasty. Author's note. Sorry for not updating it forever. I forgot about the story. Don't hate me. I'm writing 4 stories at the moment, and it's kind of hard to write them all. Anyways, any ideas? Don't be afraid to inbox me or comment. I love you all. Aw, she's so sweet. Or they are so sweet. Ugh. Gender. Oh, that's another question that's been provided to us ever since dawn. Whatever. Chapter 4. I think this is chapter 4. I don't know. Alex's POV. Alex, Taylor called. She said she wanted you to come over. Okay, Mom, I said as I walked in the door with a smile. I dragged him to the bathroom to wash off the blood in his fur. And praying to God, my mom didn't notice when I walked in. I took off the dog's leash and took out the pet's shampoo and conditioner and began running the tap. I locked the door and looked and took off Smile's collar. Oh, no, please, Alex, no, don't make me go into the bath. No, please, I hate the water. Alex, please. Smile shouted in my mind, whining constantly. No, you're having a bath, and that's it, I declare. Smile's ears shrunk, and he started to whine, giving him the puppy dog eyes. No, that's not working. No, that's not working on me this time. Now get in there. He howled. I shook my head and put him in the bathtub, washing all the creepypasta's blood off of his soft fur. Sorry, I can't hang out today. I have some stuff to do. But can't you? She began, and I hung up on her and tossed the phone on my bed. Oh, fuck! I screamed as Jeff appeared in my window. Shh, it's just me, I said. He said, Honey, is everything okay? Mom asked as she knocked on my door. I looked at Jeff, and he scrambled into my closet. I knocked over some of my things over, and my mom walked in. Yeah, it just fell, I said. Okay then, just call for me if you need anything, my mom said as she closed my door and went back downstairs. Close call, Jeff said as he walked out, or should I say, came out of the closet. I wouldn't be surprised if he was secretly gay. That's not my commentary. That's what the thing says. If you actually do want to follow along, I always keep the link down below, and you can just read along as I read along. And I love these puns, man. Get out, I said. Why? He asked. Because I don't want anything to do with you. Now, get out! No, he said. Get out, I shouted. No, he growled. He swiftly pinned me up against the wall, clamping his hands over my mouth, pulling out his knife, resting it on my throat. I could kill you right now. I could slit your throat, and you would fall to the ground helpless. But I'm not going to do that. Right now, that is. I'm falling in love with you, and I can't live with that fact. You know too much about me, and you certainly know too much about creepypastas. Everyone knows too much about creepypastas. If someone doesn't end up killing you, I will, and I don't want it to come to that. So watch your back, because I may or may not end up killing you. So don't try to find me. Don't even leave your home at that. So if I were you, I'd take you and your fucked up dog and leave me alone, he snapped. Nobody insults my dog. No one. I rammed my knee in between his legs, making him fall to the ground. I grabbed his knife from his hand and pinned him to the ground, holding it up to his neck. If you're so fucking worried about my dog and I coming to kill your psychotic ass, then why don't you leave this town and stop coming back to find me? None of this would have happened if you didn't talk to me at the party. I don't want anything to do with you, and I don't want you to I want you to get the fuck out of my house and never come back. You see, I could kill you right now. But that would fuck up my carpet, and I don't want to go to jail. And if it's not me coming to kill you, it's sure as hell going to be my dog. His name is Smile. Smile Dog, to be exact. You might have heard of him. He's a killer on 4 legs and could rip you open before you could even blink. You saw what he did to Slender Man in the forest. He wouldn't be shy to step it up a notch on you. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to get the fuck off of you, and you're going to take your knife, get the hell out of the city. If I see you again, I'm killing you. And you aren't killing me. Goodbye, Jeff. I finished as I got off of him. He took his knife and jumped out of the window. Weirdo. I closed it and shut the blinds and opened my door so Smile could come in. Just saying, you might have to rip Jeff to shreds. He might kill me, but not if I try to kill him first. Okay? I said to the giant husky. He licked my face in response and spent the rest of the night talking to Smile and making death plans for Jeff. This ought to be good. That's not me, that's the story. But I agree with that statement. Author's note. This chapter wasn't as long as I wanted it to be. What do you think is going to happen? What do you want to happen? Let me know in the comments down below. See ya, or read you later. No! Okay. My throat hurts from reading. Come on, please get out of here. Boom. Okay, chapter 5. Alex's POV. Why would he tell me he wanted to kill me when he could just do it himself? I told Smile. I sighed and fell on my bed. This is difficult. Killing someone shouldn't be that hard. What? I'm sorry, Slendy. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I'm sorry I tried to kill you, but I need to kill Jeff before I die. I blurted out. Never mind. Killing someone is hard. Slender Man stopped in his tracks and slowly turned his blank face to look at me. You want to kill Jeff the Killer, he said, more like a statement than a question. Yes. Well, if you want to kill a guy like him, you can't do it alone. You want to help me kill him? I asked. My dog nearly killed him. He wants to help me kill Jeff? Yes, I want to help you kill Jeff. And I have some other people that might want to help too. So you want to let let not 1 but 5 creepypastas into my house? I asked Slendy. They promised they wouldn't try or kill you. He said, "Oh, fine. Gather them up and meet me by my house. Please make sure my mom doesn't see you guys." "All right, deal," he said. We parted ways and I walked home, feeling rather proud of myself. I mean, I'm gonna kill a killer with the help of various killers. I walked in my home with a grin on my face. "Why are you so happy?" my mother asked. I obviously couldn't tell her that I have 6 ferocious killers that are going to help me kill a killer. So instead, I told her that I got free nachos. She's so gullible. I ran up to my room, slowly closed the door, and did a happy dance. "What's up with you?" Smile telepathically asked me. "I got 6 more killers. Just got 6 more killers. Ooh, ooh," he sang. Who? He asked, perking up, wagging his tail. "One of them is Slendy Man. I don't know what the rest are. They're all creepypastas, and we're meeting tonight. Sometime after my mom goes to bed," I told the husky. Didn't you try to kill Slender Man?" "Maybe, but if I did, it definitely didn't work. I may have almost died." "Makes sense." I nodded and resumed to watch Harry Potter. Same. Killers don't come to my house. Gotta watch the less. Gotta watch all the Harry Potter movies before they come. And waited patiently for my mother to go to bed. They're here. Poltergeist. Was it paranormal? No, it was poltergeist. They're here. Smile barked as he ran down to the front door. I quickly followed the dog and opened the door to 6 killers. Hi, guys, I said. Hey, woman. Ooh, that was sexual. Ben said. It's Alex. Hi, Alex, said Slendy. Let's get planning, I said. So I snuck them all upstairs. Okay, where is Jeff? An abandoned warehouse 7 hours out of the city, Ben answered. How are we going to get there? Laughing Jack asked. Smile barked as he was answering the question. Awesome. What's the game plan? He asked. All right, off-topic question, but who's that little girl? I asked, pointing to the small girl hiding behind LJ. Sally. She's shy. Say that 3 times fast. Eyeless Jack wrote down on a piece of paper. Oh yeah. What's the plan? EJ wrote down. Okay, the plan is first Alex will go in, then Sally will, then Laughing Jack, Ben, and if there's any electronics on at that moment, going through them, Eyeless Jack and I will go in at the same time, and Smile will go in last, Slendy said. Everyone nodded, but me. Is there a chance I might die? I asked. A slight one, but we'll make sure you don't. A slight one, but we'll make sure you don't. Jeff isn't alone. Jane is with him. We have 2 opponents on our hands, Smile said through my mind. Jeff isn't, I began before, but Ben interrupted me. Yeah, we know, it's a creepypasta thing. I nodded. Okay, so when are we doing this? I asked. Tomorrow, Slenderman said. Author's note. Ooh, did you like that? Sorry, I haven't updated it in a while. Frowny face. Lots has happened in the last bit, but I promise the next and maybe last chapter will have lots of killing, I promise. Crazy smile face. Until then, see you later, smiley face. The final fight. Holy shit. Thank you guys for 108 reads. It's weird to know that people actually do read my stories. Crazy smile face. Anyways, I don't want to make this too long, so enjoy. Alex's POV. I woke up to Smile licking my face. Wake up! Today's the day! You said. I jumped out of bed, realized today is the day. Today is the day I will kill someone. Fun. Love that sentence. Well, that sounds bad when you put it like that. Jeff deserves to die. He's a vile, disgusting creature that needs to be put to waste. Do you mean rest? I changed out of my pajamas and changed into my ripped skinny jeans and a black sweatshirt or black sweater. I looked at my alarm clock and it read 11:30 a.m. I shrugged and walked downstairs to see my mom making breakfast. Smells good. What are you making? I asked her. Scrambled eggs and oven-baked bacon. Ooh. I haven't actually had an oven-baked bacon. But that's how people in restaurants make bacon sometimes. I heard it was pretty good. Why oven-baked cooked? Because I know it's your favorite, she said with a smile as she handed me a plate. I thanked her and put my plate on the table. I refilled Smile's food and water dish. I sat down and ate, then walked back up to my room and opened my laptop. I typed in cleverbot.com. Cleverbot. Hello there. Alex. Ben, it's Alex. I know to talk. I need to talk to you. Cleverbot. Alex who? Alex. Ben, it's about Jeff. Suddenly my laptop screen went black and my outlet started sparking. Shit, I said. Pulled out my laptop charger. Ben's face appeared on my screen and I sighed in annoyance as I sat down. Thanks for blowing my outlet, asshole, I said. Hey, it's not my fault, he protested. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, what do you need to talk about him? He asked, twirling his blonde hair. Jeff, I need to know what time you guys are all coming over and what time everything is happening at. 10 p.m. and we'll leave at 11 and it'll take 2 hours to get there and we need to be there before they leave. Okay, that's all I need to know, I said. Ben said his goodbyes and I shut my laptop screen. You're half an hour late, man, I said as the creepypasta gathered in my room. Where's Sally? I asked. That's why we're late. Something happened, Laughing Jack said. Alex, Sally's dead. Jeff killed Sally. What? Why? That's horrible, I exclaimed. They nodded. But that gives us one more reason to kill Jeff, Slenderman said as he threw me a knife. I caught it in my hand and examined it. It was fairly sharp, with a long, jagged blade. I definitely did not want to get cut with this. Thanks, I said. He nodded, and I went over the game plan again, rearranging the plans until we found the perfect one. All right, let's do this, I said. It took us 2 hours to get there, even with Smile taking us. We eventually arrived at our destination, and we took a long stare at the abandoned warehouse in front of us. I'll go in first, I said. Smile was tugging on my sweater, telling me not to go in, but I convinced him it was okay. I slowly walked in the creepy house and looked at my surroundings. Everything was dusty and ruined. There were cobwebs in every possible corner, and it was a pretty disgusting place. I was just sat down on the crooked leathered couch until Jeff finally walked downstairs. Alex, what are you doing here? How did you find me? That's none of your business, I said. I told you if you ever came back for me, I would kill you, he growled, as he grabbed me by the neck of my sweater. If I kill you first, I whispered, and I stabbed the knife into his side, twisting it in an agonizing positions. I quickly removed the knife, dodging the slashes that aimed at me. Suddenly, a sharp pain came across my arm. I let out a scream, and I looked at it to see a gash split on my forearm. Suddenly, Smile ran in through the entrance, and he heard a scream from upstairs. Ben, I thought. I watched as the dog tackled Jeff to the ground and pinned him down as the knife fell out of his hand. Smile's eyes were turning into a demonic red, and I knew he would change soon. A girl with black eyes and black hair, pale skin, and not to mention dressed in all black. This must be Jane. Laughing Jack then entered next. Alice Jack right behind him. The Joker's arms extended to an inhuman length, grabbing Jane and yanking her back. Your little boyfriend shouldn't have touched Sally, he yelled as he took his sharp nails, digging into her face. She let out an agonizing scream as she pulled out her knife and cut his hand right off. He let go of her in reaction, looking at his severed hand that was oozing out blood. I saw Jeff grab his knife, and I stepped on his fingers. I swore I heard a crunch. You killed Sally, you bastard, I spat as I kicked him in the face. Smile had to get off of him to go through his change, and Jeff jumped up and cracked his neck. He ran towards me, but was stopped by a large black tentacle squeezing around his waist, and I could hear ribs breaking. He then dropped to the ground, looking at Jeff curled up in a ball from pain. I watched as Jane stabbed Alice Jack in the back, making black ooze from the wound. She then turned around, stabbing him in the eye socket. I ran behind her and grabbed her by the hair and yanking her off him. She yelled in pain and then turned around to see. She kicked me in the stomach and made a big gash in her leg, making her fall to the ground. Laughing Jack slowly got up and proceeded to walk upstairs to check on Ben. I was distracted by an ear-deafening hollow that went through out the whole room. I smirked as I walked over to Smile, whispering, "Go get him." I then walked over to Jeff, dragging him by the scruff of his neck, pinning him against the wall, and I stared at him, listening to my surroundings. I heard a glitch from Slender and a piercing screech from Smile. Tears began to well in my eyes, and I let them fall. "This is for ruining my life, you asshole," I said as I sliced Jeff's throat, watching him fall to the ground, but then Jane stabbed me in the spine, making me fall down. I couldn't move, no matter how hard I tried. I then saw Jane fall down next to me and bleeding out. This is how I die, I thought. I looked at my surroundings, taking in what I saw. I saw all the creepypastas, including Smile, on the ground covered in their own blood. My dog looking at me one last time, and telepathically told me, "I love you, Alex. Thank you for taking care of me." As the Siberian Husky closed his eyes for the last time, flashbacks came rushing into my mind, and I quickly remembered the first time I saw Smile in the woods, to the time I first met Jeff. I then watched the pool of blood surrounding my body, and then I shut my eyes to forever blackness. Author's note! I hope you enjoyed my story. Don't forget to follow me and read my other stories if you liked this one. Sincerely, Tyrene. Well, Tyrene. Or Taren. I'm bad with names. Sorry. Thank you for making such an adorable story. Oh, man. Woo! I'm crying. I didn't really say the author's name, but I will say it now. It's called Boobylicious. Actually, I really needed that. I really needed that laugh. I hope you really liked this story. I am going to put it on Read Already. And that's one down. And 35 more to go on Requested to Read. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have requested a lot more. And I hope you guys really like this. It's called Unseen Madness, Jeff the Killer fanfiction. And please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. I love to hear from you guys. Before I cry anymore, we should get this over with. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much. Bye-bye.